Good morning. It is the 30th of March, Thursday morning, and we are seeing some bullish action here on the S&P and the Dow Jones. Most definitely on the S&P 500. News this morning: final GDP at 8:30 a.m. Unemployment claims at 8:30 a.m. That's not NFP Friday, but getting ready for that. It's unemployment insurance weekly claims. Okay. And just a quick squiz. There's nothing in particular about this sentiment, but basically the vibe is the banking system's sound and resilient across Europe, UK. Everyone's kind of discussing the fact that the UK banking system, the global banking system is stable at the moment, and we're seeing that reflected in the S&P 500. Now pushing towards 4,100. Okay, so buying up until 4,100 is safe at the moment, and that's on the S&P 500 here. So quite a nice carve out here, and definitely very bullish to the upside at the moment. So, from a higher perspective, it does seem like we are, holding outside of this recessionary channel and pushing back upwards. So, albeit, quite low volatility, we are getting a buy up at the moment. US30, okay, pushed out of that bear channel that we had drawn up on the 4-hour, on the daily here. Just to give perspective, this is Thursday, December 21st, and now we're here. Okay, so very strong falling knife recessionary movement, and then sort of a holding pattern here. Push back down to 31,500. A lot of buying pressure at 31,500. You can see this shape here. It's similar to this area down here. It's very strong in its buying at 31,500, and we've had a lot of rejectionary daily candles, and then like a push back to the upside. So we're at 33,000 now. And I dare say it's going to keep pushing through up through this imbalance to the left here to 33,500. Looking at the 4-hour, okay, see where we're going, straight through, okay. I did speak to one of the guys yesterday. I said, where do you think it's going? He said, well, down from here. I definitely could see it going up, and then we have another bit of imbalance here, which will probably fill through as well to 33,500. So, looking at it from this perspective, these are kind of the areas where we're going to move through now. It's got a strong push to the upside. It's a clean push outside of this channel here on the 4-hour. We talked about that. Here's the uptrend now. We can clone that there and give us some, perspective on what's happening. And I dare say, it's going to keep pushing through up to the top here. Maybe a bit of pullback like this. Right, and then some continuation to the upside like that to 33,500. Okay, so that's kind of the trajectory I see at the moment. It could push all the way back down here, but it's upside at the moment, and a lot of imbalance to the left here. So dare say that'll fill quite quickly. Okay. But this is definitely a grind. I haven't traded at all this week. There hasn't been any opportunities. We're going down to the 1-hour now. And, okay, strong statement, technically, of it pushing outside of this downward channel that we had formed. Okay, points 1, 2, 3. And now just a 4 and a push to the outside of that. We saw that happen, in the higher time frame. On the 4-hour, back here, down here, and happen here as well. At any point, it can turn around and come back down. But this is good price action for us to trade. once it starts ranging again. It's good mean reversion price action. We just need to come out of this kind of grind. But you know, here's our 33,000 level, okay, and these are our 1 hour levels here, okay. 0.4 that's broken out of. I'm going to use like a little green line here just to make that clear for us. That's kind of what we're looking at for our levels. Okay. Imbalance here. Imbalance here. Okay. Imbalance all through these joints. All right. So here we go. Grind up. These are now demand zones. It's a pretty strong uptrend. Like, you know, it's not powerful by any means compared to what we've been seeing, but these are the levels that are being worked at the moment. Okay, 32,800. Yeah. Okay, you can see we're in this zone now. We've come out. Okay, we're just flowing with price. That's what the way price is going at the moment. So it's going to the upside. Pullbacks to here. As long as the pattern looks good on the 1 minute, these kind of pullbacks are going to be nice pullbacks to trade. Okay. You know, I'll leave them blue for now. These kind of pullbacks are going to be the nice pullbacks to trade. And so what do those levels look like on the 1 minute? So it's 32,500, 32,800, 32,500. It's actually all the way down here. All right. First level of demand is there. And 32,800. All right. Let's climb up the mountain high. Let's see what this pattern's been doing all week. Climbing, laying out, climbing through the session, climbing during Asia and London, pitter-pattering out, finding some indecision during the New York session, dipping down here, grabbing some liquidity, coming up, going up, you know, pulling back very slightly. It's not reaching its previous demand levels. It's just a strong, steady uptrend. So what do we see now? After the index open, it's coming back down here. Now, see how strong this downtrend is. We could get a bit of a pullback right now, okay? It's due, a bit of a pullback. Maybe something down to here is due, okay? But it'll be a nice buy opportunity, okay? The fact that it's coming straight out of the middle here, it's come out of a peak and it's dropping straight out the middle, is something that, you know, is not familiar. We're in a very strong, steady uptrend at the moment. So it's not a mean reverting uptrend. It's not jaggedy. It's not moving across. So this is the beautiful thing. It's just, it's a bit boring, but just to sit out and watch what price is doing. Okay, watch what it's doing as opposed to need to trade it. If it came up here this morning, it would have been a nice sell. Okay, now we're moving down here out of the median. So that's not, you know. Yes, the previous price action has been indicative of the same thing, but it's not. I need to see how price is reacting. Does it grind down slowly? Okay. Do we get this kind of action? Then we can buy. If it's just like this, okay, look for that level here. So depending on the price action, this is where you want to look. Down this area, that's some guaranteed buying, okay? And you can take your take profit out a little bit. Right? If it grinds down slowly to here, then you can get in here. Okay? right? That kind of thing. I am being apprehensive towards selling at the moment because, unless there's a really nice sell, I'm watching it closely. Okay, so just no set and forget selling in a strong uptrend like this. Okay, it's not a mean reverting kind of action happening at the moment. But we can see right now that this is quite a, it's not a powerful drop by any means. There's no crazy momentum in the market, so there's going to be a trade here if you wait. This kind of action right now, it's pulling back and grinding back up. Like, there's a buy trade here, so I'll let you time that. It's about thinking for yourself. But yeah, have a great morning, and just interesting just watching this uptrend this week play out. And just rolling with it. I mean, I haven't taken any trades this week, and any planned good trades. Yesterday there was something that I had stuck on from the Asia session, which I was actually filming something about, and then I got out of that. But nothing that, there's no trades where I was like, this is going to make good money today, or like this has hit the bands. And if all of you haven't taken a trade this week, then you've done very well. Okay, it's just the way it is sometimes. Cultivating that ability to stay out of the market and not be bored and be proud of yourself for being able to choose when to trade is the defining difference between being someone who needs to trade because they are, they've got addictive tendencies coming up, or someone that just doesn't need to trade and is only looking for the best opportunity. London seems to have been pretty good, and Asia in terms of a trend. But there have been opportunities this week in London, on Tuesday and Monday. There were some nice trade opportunities during London. If we have a look at some shorts here on River Narrow, there definitely was some very small shorts available on London. Yesterday, strong push out of the median up into the top of the river. There are small shorts available. When you're trading London, you got to have a very small take profit target, okay? And you can have a bigger lot size, but that doesn't matter at the moment. What matters is about seeing the target. So it's like, okay, cool. If previous action, like at the moment, it's like I'm going to wait for the outside band. If you put a trade in there, and at the outside band, every single time you're kind of in that area, you're getting some kind of pullback. So learn to trade that and just let price do its thing. Worst case scenario is if it ran away from you, okay, like this, it does come down and close during the New York session. But there's better London sessions to trade. At the moment, we're just seeing a very strong uptrend, okay? And to get in and trade this uptrend, again, if you're practicing defense, that's the most important thing. So it's like get your timing right and learn how the flow of this works. Like I would have no problem trading this personally, because I'm just waiting for a little. I'm not looking to get in here and take a profit there. I'm just looking for it to go into profit for a little bit. And every single time, if you put it in these outside bands, it's going into profit a little bit, right? And that all adds up. You get 4 of those through the session, you've made yourself $1,000. $200, $200, $200, $200. It's just getting your timing right and not being afraid of it running away, and that takes time. But there is River Narrow is working for the New York session right now. That does not mean we use River Narrow. Okay, stay to River Wide, because when it breaks out, it's going to break out when you don't know it, and it will go to River Narrow, and you don't want to be stuck on the wrong side of New York volatility. Have a great morning. I'm going to update some things in the course now. I'm really pumped to have everybody just watching this and flowing with it, and the more you just stay true to the strategy, the better you'll become. Cheers.